And now it's time for your Caribbean Report. Havana, Cuba. The two hurricanes that ravaged Cuba at summer's end won't keep tourists from the Caribbean islands during the high season, but global economic woes might, industrial watchers stated Monday. They said there have been no cancellations of tours booked for the peak season. In Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, a British couple has been arrested in the Dominican Republic on suspicion of drug trafficking. Britain's foreign officials reported that Kelly Kerrigan and Daniel Peterson were detained in Punta Cana Airport as they were about to return to the United Kingdom. And that's your Caribbean Report for this week. Tonight, we continue our look at the costume workshop put on by the Crucian Festival Committee.
Yes, good evening. Once again, we're here at the Educational Complex with our costume building workshop. This is our second week. My name is Davison Charlemagne, president for the festival, Crucian Festival Committee. Organization, as you see, we're here. The instructors out there, they're doing their thing. They're right now on the second stage of now forming the costume. We was on the first stage last week of designing the costume. So we are here with our two instructors out of Trinidad and the students of Educational Complex, and also some adults that came in and also want to learn about building these costumes. As you see here, we are showing some of the students that having the class. They're taking the class, and they are here. As you can see, there's certain things that you see they're doing there. There's some gluing of some styrofoam or some foam pieces that will be part of the costumes. They also have a butterfly that you'll be seeing there. Those butterflies are part of their costumes that they had to actually, each one had to actually bend by hand and form each butterfly. These butterflies are, like I said again, part of their costume, and the costume is going to be totally completed by Saturday. Now we have one of the instructors right now actually showing them how to form the pattern to put on top of that butterfly. As you look again, that is the costume that they're going to have the final finish on Saturday. That costume was drawn and colored and designed by one of the instructors. That costume is very, very unique. Something I think we have not seen throughout our festival events. And that costume is going to be debuted at the day of our adults parade. So I want everybody to look forward to that, seeing that costume coming down the route, because that is one of our projects that will be completed throughout this workshop.
I actually grew up in it in Trinidad. I'm from Trinidad, and you know that is the land of carnival and costume making. But I do craft throughout the year. I work in other islands making costumes, and when I'm not doing that, I do artificial flowers, anything to do with craft. So my hands I use all of the time. Valentine Jerry. But of all the things I do, I prefer tutoring, because that time you pass it on, because you know I'm still young, but in a couple of years I might get there, so I have to make sure that my skill does not die with me. So, and I'm happy to be here.
We get hired from the NCBA to go all over the world spreading our knowledge on Carnival, spreading our information on the art form and how from design to construction. So if you look back, we have a classroom setting here. Normally, or after this stage, we will get into a more maybe outside where the costume is going to erupt. We just here spreading the culture. I'm glad to be here in St. Croix.
Yeah, that is all right. Take your time. Remember the same pressure you put on one hand and you keep it up. You don't concentrate on what you're doing all the time. Any little distraction and you can go off. So we deal with that. After you do the same thing with the banana. And 2. Try this with 2. Okay, so the fun exercise. Just now you had 3 because you would understand that is how that foot was shaped. So we take it that way.
Our main man, Koof, has your Sports 411 up next right after this from News Channel 8. And here's Stephen Koof Francis with your Sports 411.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. 2 potential closeout game in the baseball playoff. We start at Fenway Park in Boston. John Lester on the mound, the knuckleball pitcher. 2-on-12 for Torrey Hunter, down 2 with one swing of the bat. Drives home 2 runs, ties the game. To the bottom of the 9th we go. We're still tied at 2, but not anymore. The rookie Ted Lowry singles home Jason Bay. Red Sox winning 3-2 and sends the Angels home packing as they won the series 3-1. They'll face the Tampa Bay Rays, who eliminated the White Sox earlier in the evening. Top of the third, B.J. Upton with his second home run of the game. Rays up 2-0. Third and nine, Rays up 6-2. And Griffey Jr. at the plate. Jr. the big whip, and Tampa